Atlantis alive.
Sometimes very outspoken, but now I'm a little bit shaky. There's a lot of police here. But nevertheless, in all good faith and respect, I salute you guys because you face a lot of criticism. I've been here in Atlantis since 1977, longer than many of our people that's here today. During those times, I could easily walk from Acacia Street, which is right at the end of Frontier Park, close to Witson, all the way up to Saxon Sea. No problem. Nowadays, you can't stand in your own gateway to be either hurt, shot, or whatever insulted. But nevertheless, we have community leaders in this place that I can easily think and say they are into reach with some of our gangsters. A couple of months ago, weeks ago, we had a vigilante group Pagat in Atlantis. And they were stopped by the police because they wanted to go and fetch this specific gangster, murderer, whatever you want to call him. The police protecting the suspect, which of course, well known to our community leaders, and stepped in to say, no, let's not do it this way. The rule of law takes its course. No problem. But that very same people is laughing behind your back because some of our guys think that they are above the law. Even in the police force, you've got little vigilante groups. And I'm not scared to say it, the 18 is one of them. Okay, the 18 is one of them. You must have heard about the 18, Mr. Hannibal, whatever his name is, on TV. But this 18, they would patrol certain areas on the back of a police van, jump off with the shotguns, and terrorize our neighborhood. One of them is now a detective. He's been taken off, very relaxed, very calm. But some of these 18 members think they're above the law. They're not. So all I want you to do is, or ask, is please, can you justify the reason why some of our police members are like vigilantes, taking the law in their own hands, and before even asking, they react or respond by assaulting our people. One guy assaulted by 4 or 5 policemen. One person being assaulted by people with balaclavas and helmets he cannot identify. And if I identify them as, for example, Constable Ashley Pitzel, that's my name by the way. And when it comes to identity parade, the victim, whatever that was assaulted, would most probably identify me because I identify myself as Constable Ashley Pitzel. You've got the right to remain silent and you say all that is ready. Nowadays, it's not done. You can take it away and chuck it in the back of the van and people getting hurt more. So, I would say, please, once my rights have been spoken to me, or given to me, fine, go ahead. Don't just apprehend me and chuck me in the van without reading my rights. That is how many of us, our criminals, walk here. So I ask and thanks and my hat off to all those members that do. I lost a close friend a couple of months ago, Constable Sergeant Mahoney, I think it was, on duty, attending to a case in Mamre. The police was called, and believe me, even up till today, I cannot think that a policeman like him, his life is cut so short. My condolences goes out to his wife and his children, to all the policemen that lost their lives because they attended to people like me. I salute you guys. few years ago initiating the spiritual crime prevention. You see, we know what is happening, but we don't understand why it is happening. We need to understand the root causes. You see, we are an angry nation, and we know that the political dispensation and the economic dispensation are two key factors which is causing people to be bitter and angry, and then they vent their anger and their bitterness. Now, secondly, I want to say thank you to the executive of the provincial task team who are here today. For the people of Atlantis that does not know or understand this, I want to tell you that a few years ago, the South African Police Services acknowledged that on their own, they cannot fight crime. They need community engagement and they need the spiritual leaders to come on board to assist them. You see, crime has a spiritual origin, and a spiritual problem needs a spiritual solution. And this is why the Spiritual Crime Prevention Forum was introduced. If you do not know that in the past year, we have established 63 precincts with spiritual leaders taking responsibility for the areas. You see, my question is, why do we need such a massive law enforcement force to protect people from themselves? There is something wrong with the picture. More law enforcement is not going to solve the problem. More police officers is not going to solve the problem. More traffic officers, it's not going to solve the problem. It is a people problem. And we need to understand that each one of us need to take responsibility. This is our community, and Atlantis is not unique. This is the picture across the whole of South Africa. You know, I did a survey and I found that the stats prove that South Africa, out of 100 countries, is the 24th most unhappiest country in the world. And this is the origin of our crime. It is bitterness, it is anger, it is rage, it is the frustration of our people. But listen to this. We as the Spiritual Crime Prevention, we need your cooperation. To the panel, I want to say this. Thank you for initiating the Spiritual Crime Prevention. But we need more assistance. 63 precincts has been established. Now the real work begins. But we need more support. And I thank you.
Atlantis alive.